but I don't feel like I should say that like publicly.
Say whatever you gotta say.
You know. All right, Mount Rushmore of actors.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
So probably I would start with Marlon Brando.
Okay.
Like Marlon Brando, if I'm going old school, I'm trying to look at the whole
spectrum.
The whole spectrum.
Actresses too, if you know.
Yeah. Okay, actresses. Yeah, because that would be different. That would be, I'm gonna do actors first.
Okay.
So three of them, and it's really, I'm not really saying this to be arrogant. I do think I'm like one of the most prolific actors of our time.
You are 100%.
Yeah.
100%. What the hell? Of course.
So Marlon Brando, me and Denzel.
Okay.
So Marlon Brando, me, Denzel. Now who would be my fourth? Who do I think? And why I like those is like there's actors and then there's movie stars. Okay. And there's a difference between actors and movie stars.
What's the difference?
An actor can deliver a role, and I know who my fourth is, Daniel Day-Lewis.
As you can see, Will Smith talked about his Mount Rushmore of actors, which he has more in-depth experience in the acting world, and he's seen a lot more movies, I'm pretty sure, than I have, being, living longer and just being close to the game or to the business like that. But I have a different top four. Of course, the Mount Rushmore is four people, but my Mount Rushmore is similar to his, but I have a couple of little tweaks in mind, which I'm pretty sure everybody's just different, and there's a lot of different aspects or different characteristics you look for in actors that will make them your top. But my criteria is pretty much if they make you get to the box office, no matter what character they're playing, no matter what their role is, no matter how major, how minor it is, you're going to go to the box office to see these guys because, and pun intended, there are box office. So it's about the entertainment and what these actors can bring and the characters that they make you believe in and how well they play the characters, because I'm not an expert in acting, but my definition of a good actor is somebody who can make you believe the character, no matter how different they look from the real person, or no matter what their personality is, they can still mimic a good person and go away from their own character and go away from their own comfort. So without further ado, my top four actors are Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington, and Liam Neeson. And I'll go into each one why they're my favorite characters. Because first, Will Smith, the guy who made the Mount Rushmore that we're talking about, his catalog is undeniable because he has several or a couple franchises of movies that he has put together, and they're all great. And those are Men in Black and then Bad Boy series. So I believe he has 7 movies that he actually played in between the 2 series or franchises. And then also he has the movie Ali, which he played and looked similar to Ali. His preparation work for Ali, running 5 miles a day, doing the boxing regiment, transforming his body into mimicking Muhammad Ali, and it was great. He mimicked the vocals of, or the diction of Muhammad Ali, to being able to encapsulate that, just the hard work that goes into it. But he has such great movies, and not even to mention the other movies that I'm leaving out that he did, whether it be Hitch or the Suicide Squad movie he played a role in, that he had a minor character in, but I mean it was pretty major for the role, but he wasn't the main focus as much. But one of his sleeper movies is Focus with Margaret Robbie, one of my favorite movies that he has. Very underrated movie, I believe, just because of maybe because of promotions or things like that. Margaret Robbie was a little lesser known actress back then, not as major as she is now after doing Barbie and things like that. But a very excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to check that movie out as well. And just to think about Will Smith's transition from being a rapper to an actor, other than Queen Latifah, he has one of the best transitions. I mean, you could probably say Ice-T or LL Cool J as well, but I think Will Smith is the better actor rapper turned actor out of all of those different characters. I mean, out of those different rappers that turned into actors and actresses. And then, of course, Jamie Foxx. And what more can you say about his catalog? Playing Ray. Most people can't even distinguish between Ray and Jamie Foxx and what he did in that movie. His hard work of going blind most of the day just to play that character is exceptional as well. Law Abiding Citizen, which is a very good movie. One of the top movies of him playing a prosecutor, and what he did in that role with I believe it's Gerard Butler, and one of my other favorite actors of all time. He didn't make the top 4, but he is one of those tops. Django, and then Ali with Will Smith as well. Django was one of those movies that were funny. It really didn't necessarily need great acting in it, but it had a lot of comedy, and it had he put a lot of hard work into it as well, doing some of the slave works that they did in order to prepare for that movie. He was very dedicated, and he's one of the more serious actors who transitioned also from acting to singing and being able to do vice versa of what Will Smith was doing. Oscar performance of Ray can't be said enough. That movie alone puts him on my Mount Rushmore. Denzel Washington, grew up on his movies, should be on everybody's Mount Rushmore. Catalog undeniable as well. Oscar winning performance with Training Day. Should have won an Oscar for John Q. Very emotional and heartbreaking movie. It makes you think about life and the healthcare system that we have today. Malcolm X, one of his top movies as well. Playing the great Malcolm X, being able to mimic what Malcolm X does, similar to what Jamie Foxx did in Ray, or what Ali did. I mean, what Will Smith did in Ali. I think the great actors have to mimic a real life character, and that's what most of those characters have in common, with the exception of Liam Neeson, of course, which he started later in his career doing acting. Liam Neeson, I just like him because he's box office. He's not necessarily the best actor, but he's definitely box office, action-packed roles. He has the Taken series, the Nonstop series, movie Dark Knight, and then Run All Night. He's very good when it comes to action-packed movies. Even though he's an older actor, he does very well with those, and he does an exceptional job with what he's able to do with his skill set. And the jokes is always, he has a unique skill set. So that's what everyone pretty much uses for his movies. And it's unique because in his movies, he's always had some kind of form of transportation, where he is on a train movie, he's on a plane movie, he's on a bus. He has a lot of different transportation movies. So if you see Liam Neeson on any kind of transportation in real life, you should probably get off that transportation. Because it's always something going on with him in some kind of transportation, which the Nonstop movie is one of my favorite movies. It's like a whodunit series of a bunch of people on the plane, and trying to figure out who did the murder on the plane. But he pretty much plays the same character. He plays the hero on these movies, and is always action packing. He has to save somebody, but he was my wild card out of the other actors that are a lot different from the rest. But excellent list, I think, from Will Smith. I'm not familiar with Daniel Day's characters or anything like that, but this is my top 4 from my experience. Please comment your top 4, and then as always, I'll see you next time. Until next time, I'll see you next time.